Man, it sure is hard being a faggot in the South. How the hell am I supposed to look like this and take care of cattle? Anyway, does anyone want a blue farm fresh egg? Shut the hell up. I'm selling them for $1. Only $1.
Welcome everybody to Stevie T's Dono Zone. The T stands for testosterone, and I'm going to be discussing your descriptions of your donations to my top surgery fund. My cat says hi. I can only assume based on this description that your cat is the one who gave me this $20. Tell them I love them and their generosity. No more bahonka ding dongs for you. That was hard for me to say, which I do not like, but I appreciate the $5. Thank you very much. Heard you got something you want to get off your chest. That's very funny. I love that. Don't spend it all in one day. Here, have some money to get rid of some annoying bitches in your life. I love that. We're just like talking shit about them even though they're right there. Don't be fucking rude. I hope this helps at least a little bit in the removal of the useless lumps of chest fat. Very surgical, but I still appreciate you. Just a trim.
My gender is what you get when you order girl from Wish. 'Cause yeah, it's girl. But there's also something slightly off about it.
So as a trans woman, I have to take some sort of anti-androgen as a way to combat the testosterone that my body is trying to produce. And it got me thinking, do trans men have to take an anti-estrogen? Well, it turns out, like, someone told me no, they don't. And they described it like this. Estrogen is like a violin. And testosterone is like the entire brass section of an orchestra. And that in order to hear the violin, you have to have the brass section shut the fuck up. I also describe testosterone as the Kool-Aid man of hormones. As in there's a metric fuck ton of it. Nothing is subtle about it. And that sexual dimorphism in humans is basically testosterone's fault. I don't want to play the tuba, father. I want to play the violin.
I'm the B in LGBT. Broken.
I'm the L in LGBT. Lonely. I'm the D in LGBT. Trash.
I'm the G in LGBT. Geico. 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on car insurance.
If being gay is a disease, then I'm sick as fuck.
I just found out that some people are mad that the LGBTQ uses the rainbow for their flags and just like as a symbol of their community. You have no reason to be mad. The only people who have a reason to be mad would probably be leprechauns. So if you're not one of those, shut up. Yo, actually, here's what that leprechaun would sound like. I have nothing against gay people, but I can't find my fucking gold. Every time I try to follow a rainbow, I end up at a goddamn parade. I need to make a withdrawal. Rent is due on the 31st, and I'm gonna get evicted.
What is your gender? Please select one. Male, female. I have no plans to purchase a new vehicle.
We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
7.5 years of marriage. My husband tells me to pack my bags and leave. We're getting a divorce.
That's not what I said.
Then what'd you say?
I said you could not have 2 ice creams.
It's the same fucking thing.
In case you're feeling like nobody loves you, hi, I'm nobody, and you're right, I do love you. And I ain't never gonna stop loving you, bitch. I'll always fucking love you, bitch. I love you.
I got bored and did it again. I present to you a new Venn diagram. Starting with the nerd side, we have thirst and religion. We have satanic panic in between the nerds and religion because of course it is. Anime in between them because you just can't have thirst and nerds without anime. Rounding on to this side, we have the LGBTQ plus community. Mixing with thirst equals theater because every theater kid I've ever met has been some form of thirsty. Then we have more, trauma of the religious variety. That's a shocker. But what about the center sections? First, we have cosplay in between the LGBTQ plus, thirst, and nerds. That just makes total sense right there. Then we have Lil Nas right here in between LGBT, thirst, and religion. Right next to religious trauma. I wonder if there's a correlation there. Not me, though. We got paganism between nerds, religion, and LGBTQ+, right in between satanic panic and trauma. There's a bit of a correlation with this one. Religion sus, vote him out. Then we got polyamory between nerds, religion, and thirst. It all comes back to you. It was gonna be Pastor's Kid. Then we came to a group decision. All to make up you.
We should move to New York.
God, yeah, and then go broke, eat ramen noodles for dinner, and not be able to pay our water bill. Sounds fun, Emma.
Maybe we could go to the park.
But then we would have to get up. Guys, I've planned the perfect road trip. All we have to do is finish our homework 6 weeks in advance, and then are you set on Harvard? I just know they have a 5% acceptance rate.
Yeah, but I really want to go.
Yeah, I'm rooting for you and those low ACT scores.
I make most of my money modeling for stock photos. Like I did one last year where they dressed me in a suit and took a bunch of generic pictures of me just like pointing, shrugging, picking up boxes. Got paid $500, pretty good gig for me. But a lot of my friends have been texting me that they've seen my stock photos in their new office seminars on sexual harassment. So now I'm saying terrible things like, hey, female coworker, want equal pay? Earn it! When my parents got divorced, the custody battle got so ugly that the judge ruled I could decide where I wanted to live. So I moved in with the judge. My parents are divorced, but whenever I was cast in the school musical, my mom and dad would both show up on opening night, and my dad would bring this big bouquet of daffodils because he remembered my mom is allergic. I think all men should be in therapy, but they're very reluctant. I have a friend who just went through a divorce. He's been very depressed, but when I told him to go to therapy, he was like, nah, running. That's my therapy. And I was like, that's so cool because sushi, that's my haircut. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm an extroverted introvert, which means when I'm talking, I'm very extroverted. But if you're talking, I'd rather be alone. My roommate moved from China to America in January. That's like boarding the Titanic from the iceberg.